Yes, you are welcome back on to another edition of Newsmaker, where we make our news from distinguished entity from the society. Today is not going to be different if at all. It is a little bit different because we are having an international man in terms of culture and tradition of Yoruba race. Then please, that person you are going to be acquainted with him in few minutes. And I can tell you that this is a person, some people say that he is an indigenous of Osogbo, yes. An indigenous of Yoruba land, yes. A orator, public speaker, the finer, and whatever that you can call. And some people who say that he's a lecturer in overseas. Then you are going to learn these things about him. I am very happy to tell you that I'm having Chief Ifayemi Elebuiba as our guest, the Arabawo of Osogbo land. Is my guest. Baba, well done, sir.
Thank you.
How are you, sir?
Good afternoon.
How is Ed? Our listeners, we are very sorry that we come a little bit behind the schedule. It was due to certain things to make today a memorable one, so that you can be able to enjoy. I can tell you that anywhere of any part of the world that you are watching Newsmaker, it is still Newsmaker. The time has not changed. It is 12:30 to 1. But today is a special one because we are having an international man with cultural increment. Yes, but we want to look at culture, tradition, and the civilization. Then we are going to take a case study of the monarch that is in Yoruba land. We call them Oba, the Yoruba will say Igbakeji Orisha. But when we look at it nowadays, can we say that we have Oba like the previous centuries? When
Thank you very much. It is concept of belief in Yoruba land that Oba is Aláṣẹ Ìkejì Òrìṣà. Not that Olódùmarè, God, is not Aláṣẹ, but respect that Yoruba give to their monarch. And that is why they give them the authority, power like that of a deity. And the king also must exercise impatience. He cannot just say because we give him command, authority, and call him Aláṣẹ that he misuse his power. There used to be a function, there used to be a way to call the king when the
excesses.
So which is Afaro to
balance and check.
So, but in this day, today's modern Obas, some of them did not know that. They think when you say, Kabiyesi, Aláṣẹ, no, not me, I'm Aláṣẹ. God is the Aláṣẹ. We know God is Aláṣẹ. We know God is in command everything. But the respect that we give to the Oba is what makes us give them the commander of everything. Some of them, because of the religion that they believe, it is very difficult for them to exercise, to practice all the tradition around them. Some of the palaces today are empty. There's no all the traditional function there. All the rooms that are kept with ancient treasury is not there. Some of the king, in olden day, when a king woke up, there used to be a room to enter. And there's a style to enter the room. There are a room for the crown, a room for the ashe, sanctions, a room for the deity that owns the land. a room for different kind of thing like that. It's not more there now. It's no longer there. So that is there are. Take a look at the King Alaafin of Oyo, that all the people are here. There are some women in the palace of Oyo that the Alaafin must prostrate for them. They are the only one that the King Alaafin must prostrate to. There are some chieftaincy in the palace who are, take a look into the crown room. There are a woman or a man that's in charge of that room. The place where they kept the ashe, there's somebody in charge of it. Even all the paraphernalia, the king used to wear the crown, the horse-tail. There's somebody in charge of it. And if the king has to go, the type of clothes to wear that fit the occasion, there's somebody in charge of it. Some palace has it, some don't have it. There are some people there, domestic staff. They are no longer there. So that is the trouble that we have nowadays with our overs of modern society.
Okay, when we look at it, because you as the definer in some, like that itself, of international caliber, people point at you who are supposed to be part of the custodian, that some of you are compromising the culture, because it is as if the governor or the president, they are intervening into the making of Oba, not the real kingmakers again. Can we say that the Ifa is the one that is making Oba now?
Well, what happened is that each town has a different type of approach to all this. It's not the same. It's not uniform all over Yoruba land. There are some different things. What happened is that when Ifa play a lot of major role in affairs of selecting the king and to maintain the town with the king and to advise, spiritual advisor to the king. Each time there's a calamity, there's a drought, there's anything.
There is prosperity.
The king must summon the head of priest of the town, Uluawu or Araba. The Araba will assemble all other Ifa priests to do the divination and reveal what Ifa said to the king and the chiefs, all the atonement that necessary has to be made from time to time. And every week, the king must have his own personal Iking and a town Iking. Anytime there's a problem for the whole town, that Iking must consult. If the king has his own personal problem, he will have to consult his own Iking, Ifa. And before the king summoned the priest or whatever, if there are some treasury in the palace, let's say that all the towns say they against the king. They turn their back against him, they protest. There's a room the king must enter, where to invoke all his progenitors to come to his aid. It is when it became serious that the king will have to summon the advice from the Ifa priest or from any other thing that Ifa recommends.
Okay, Baba. So what you are saying is ideal, but is it practical again? Are you, as priest, are you guiding Oba again?
Huh?
Are you still guiding Oba again?
Decide?
Yes. Are you guiding Oba again?
No. It is. It's not a decision of a person. It has to be decision of deity, Ifa, has to select. What they do in olden days, they don't use personality or richness of a person to select a king. Most of the time, Ifa used to pick a poor,
most of the time.
man. Some people, they pick them from their farm, say, come and be a king. But nowadays, it's changed. People are looking at the personality,
and connection.
Sometimes the politicians select their members. Say, our member is good.
Hey, that is what I want to say. What is Ifa looking at when all these things are going upside down?
What is going to happen is that if you don't select the king according to their destiny, it is the head of that person that will help the town. If they select a wrong person, they are going to be unstable. Not only for the whole town, even for the king himself, it will find it difficult. And some of them, they have it as difficult as when the problem comes.
They know that they are wrong choice.
So that it is.
Okay, the intervention of religion, you talk about it sometimes. The intervention of religion. Some people, they got into power through the culture, purely Yoruba culture. That, okay, your family belongs to the clan of the Oba, you have the right. Then when they get to the place, then they back Ifa, they don't listen to it again. Then what is the culture, does the culture allows that? Or if it is not, then what can the cultural people do?
It is totally wrong for, if somebody has belief in modern religion, say you are a Muslim or you are a Christian, and you don't have respect for your own, so it's better to stay off. It is Okonjua that make them go there. Once you know you are a Christian, you are a Muslim, and you know not going to practice all what is your ancestor and later, you better leave it. Let those who will do it go there. But they want to become an Oba and they don't want to do the function of Oba. It's a problem. So it's not going to be all right when you don't have the right people on the right position. Once you are, we are all in modern life. Take a look at India. Take a look at in Chinese. They respect
even in UK.
In UK, thank you. Take a look at the UK. They don't touch the Oba institutions there. It's kept.
The king is the supreme being.
They do all what is necessary to do. That is what we're supposed to do. By the time you say it is UK, they bring the Anglican Church to Nigeria. And UK, they did all their right. So any member of Anglican Church here that do any ritual tradition is a pagan. Abi?
Okay, now
when you are a Muslim, you go to the Mecca, you shave your head, you wrap.
Abide by their discipline.
Somebody go to be an initiation, they shave his head. That one is a pagan. The one that shave head in Arabia is not a pagan. You want to give a ram to your ancestor or a Shango, you give one ram to Shango, you are a pagan. They kill millions of rams one day, they are doing the right thing. We need to open our eyes, open our sense. Just like a fella say in one of his songs, say, follow, follow, don't be follow, follow. And if you are follow, follow, don't close your eyes, don't close your sense. We don't follow this Arabian culture, Israelite culture. We don't open our eyes. We don't open our sense. There's nothing wrong in all what our ancestors laid down. God gave us everything that fit us, but we abandoned. They deliberately did that. I remember one of my lecturer at the San Francisco State University, that's 1835, February 2, 1835. There's one Oyibo, Lord Macaulay, that traveled all over the Africas and came to Yoruba land. Take a look at their style, everything, and he went to the parliament in the UK. He said, he looked at all these Africans, especially these Yoruba people, they have everything. They have their religion, they have knowledge, everything. He said, it's going to be difficult for them to be colonized unless we break their bone, that we diminish their culture, their language, their religion. Otherwise, they won't be able to be captured. That's what they did to us.
Colonialism.
Since then, that is when we are in problem. 1835, February 2. And since then, they got the same Gẹ̀ẹ́sì, the same British that came here to colonize us. The same people go to the India. India did not take the British culture, British religion.
They don't compromise.
Look at what India make. Nigeria take British language, British culture. Where are we? Where are we now? Just Akara, just Okolo. Babala and Lawaju and Latumbo.
And when we look at this tool of ownership, we talk about kingmakers. Some kingmakers, they take that avenue as a time for them to reap. And you see them doing the need or the dictates of the people of at the top, that is people, the influential people. Then what should be the function of kingmaker? The real function of the kingmaker, apart from making chief, do they have the right to hear the dictates of some other people?
You mean the kingmaker and the king?
The kingmakers.
There's a lot of ritual between the kingmaker and the king. Especially, take a look at the Bashon of Oyo. There's a ceremony called Ebo between Alaafin and Bashon of Oyo. It is a kind of an oath that gives the king rest of mind, that all the chiefs, they will give him support, there will be no danger, there will be no war. And if there is going to be anything at all, they will let him know, and they will support him, protect him all the time. That is airborne between Bashan and the Alaafin. And there's in other towns too. The head of the kingmaker also have allergy and confinement to the king also to support him. And the king also must take care of them, provide all what they need. Nowadays they pay them salary.
Okay, thank you. Yes, king should have something to sustain the family and to sustain these two. But when you look at it, the way some king in the olden days, they will say anytime you go to Alaafin Palace, you binge Alaafin. But nowadays, hardly can you find some obas in their palaces again. They too, they travel abroad looking for greener pasture, and they are still king. Then when they come back home, then they come with Western culture. Then they will be telling you that they are not second in command to the Orisha. Then that one, is it in line with what do they have the right to be saying that one? that they are not they are not second in command to Orisha?
It's just like I said earlier, because of the organization that they believe, because of the westernization, because of the Islamization. That is why. That is what causes it. They are no longer if not,
they are the master of Orisha. Huh? They call themselves the master of Orisha.
You mean now?
Now. Do they have the right to say that?
No, it's not there.
Or is it strange to you that you have never seen any of us telling people that he is not the second in command to Orisha?
If that any of us say is no longer Alashe Ikeji Orisha, maybe that king has to go to another town to rule. Because that's not our own culture. If he believes in Arabia, he better go to the Arabia, go to one of the cities there and say it's no longer an Alashe Ikeji Orisha. That is the title we give them here. If he believes in Israelite, he should like go to Jericho or Jordan and be an Oba here and tell them it's not an Alashe. But here, it's not possible.
Okay, you as a custodian of culture, what is your reaction to that? To somebody saying that? To any Oba parking beside the edifices belonging to the culture?
Any Oba that you see that misbehave, the progenitor, the owner of the land, just like I used to give illustration. When ọmọdé bá ń jẹ ìwọ̀, ọmọdé burúkú òbójú ẹ̀ kì í ṣejọ́ kan náà ni olúwéré máa béèrè. If you are engaged in a wrongdoing, any at all, it's not instantly. There's a lot of ewo, taboo that used to render people poor. There's a war that gives some people healingness. There's a war that is responsible for the failure. Not all a war that kill instantly. Not going to kill them. By the time you engage in a war, the life will be flamboyant. That is, you are dance to the end of the road.
It's a test.
That it is. So, no worry before, no nothing. You've been not even, but all of a sudden, you're going to end up. That's the way it is.
I learned that in some Yoruba land, we have some that when they curse their people, it means that they are praying for them. Is this when they curse, it means that they are praying for them.
People?
Yes. In some culture in Yoruba land, that when they curse or say something that seems to be negative, it means it is going to translate into positive for the person.
Yes, it is Ewa himself used to watch the people. Let me just give you one story. There's one story in Irosumeji, Oduifa, that there's one boy, his father died. You know what they call opposition in Yoruba land. When a man died, his brother has to inherit the wife. And the son said he's going to marry his own mother. And they say, no, that cannot be. He said, no, that's what he's going to do. We never heard of it. And he married his mother. And his mother gave him 5 children. Meanwhile, people were wondering, say,
and nothing happened to him then.
Is there anything called taboo at all? If there's a taboo, the woman gave birth 1, 2, 3, 4, nothing happened. And in a place where they used to play the Ayo game, in Woking, the taboo himself appeared to the people. He said, he's now come to take a revenge. The woman sent one of his children to the river to fetch the water home. perishing. Another person, another one go, another one, all of them were perished in the river. And there was a loud noise in the town, say, we never see I'm AWOL. And I came back, I take my revenge. That is the way things used to happen. It's not, people don't need to worry, you don't need to, no hand on it. He will take care of himself.
Okay, we talk about people, everybody has the right to fend for himself. But in a situation whereby you see the traditional ruler now becoming something like ambassador to a product, then is it allowed in Yoruba culture to be promoting business for people?
Yoruba culture?
Yes. But that does a traditional ruler, they have the right to be promoters of business for people? That come and buy this one, or showing it to the people that this is what I do, you too can come and do it. Does Oba has the right to do that?
Well, what happened is that, well, take a look at all the culture, all the religion that God gave us. The Yoruba African traditional religion, it used to be with us long time. It is Olodumare had gave it to us. Orunmila is an ancient prophet that God sent to us in Africa. Just like they have all other nations used to have their own too. The knowledge that Orunmila, the force of Ifa is force of God, is force of Olodumare. So all what Orunmila gave to them is what we have been in practice to today. So today, if anyone want to
advertise business, then taking it to Oba, then Oba showing it that this product should, then Oba become marketer. Can Oba become a marketer of a product, of any product?
Yes, it's okay.
Oba can be marketing. Okay, it is part of Yoruba culture. Therefore, okay, let us look at this one. Then we can see that you said that the Ifa can pick anybody to become a king. But in an institution whereby you have to take, the kingmakers have to register the name of anybody choosing and submit it to a particular authority. In the olden days, who usually be referred to when you choose, these are the people who are qualified to be Oba, then do you take it to any authority for ordaining the king?
What they do in the olden days, before they send to the royal house, the ruling house, to give them the candidates. In one ruling house, it might be two people that came out. So, but they will urge the head of the family to give them only one. But before the government create a gazette and give them 5, 6 ruling house, it is the Ifa the family has to consult. We have 4 candidates. Which one we should be?
Okay, Ifa we.
So when the Ifa advise them, this one is good, they will present that one to the chiefs, kingmaker. The kingmaker will have to announce that one. Now they give it to the government. The local government council will inform the chieftains affair. Chieftains affair go to the governor. The governor is going to certify his commanded. But what they do in olden days that in order not to make a mistake, they will make sure that the person that selects is selected by Ifa, so that the tenure of the king is going to be smooth for the whole time. So, but if you take a look at personality of the person, because he has influence because he's a businessman. He can bring the business. He's not going to business to the town. It is only that can bring business and factory progress to the town. What they look at today, nowadays, that, oh, you have been to London. A lot of them live in London, don't know anything about the culture here. And because he has money, he brings dollar home. Let's make him the Oba.
Then they have park fire beside.
That is what they are doing nowadays. And when they do that, what is going to be the problem is that the king himself will find it uneasy
to govern,
to rule. And the time is not progress as it's supposed to be.
Okay, as you see it going, that in some of, even the lenders to the extent that they vote, the kingmakers too, they vote. They don't consult the oracle like before. Then, are you saying that things can be going like that? And what do you do? What's your advice to the government?
Oh, it's better.
Your advice to the government and kingmakers.
The government and the kingmaker, they are the problem that citizen, inhabitants always have problem with. Because when the kingmaker are not honest, it's going to be a problem. If the government himself
has interest in a particular person,
that's going to be the problem. But only until they do the right thing. When they do the government need to take advice from the traditional kingmaker and Ifa of the town.
The priest of the town.
Just like they say that Allah fear for you now, the Makinde governor of Oyo say that go back to the tradition and not going to be in. That is what all the government is supposed to do. Let them do the way they do it in the right way, not to impose somebody. Say, oh, because he's a member of our party, because he's a well-known, because they have been traveled. Or it may be only a poor farmer that they pick. Nowadays we want educated, somebody who can speak English to communicate to be our king. I think a lot of people are literate now, but not a kind of education they say you must be a Cambridge
graduate.
It's not necessary.
About before we go, because some people say, Baba Ifayemi is unlettered. Now you can speak, you are speaking Queen English. Then how do you come in contact with education from your grassroots?
What they say?
Yeah, your educational background. Because you were talking about your lecturer, but some people think that you don't go to school.
The education, when you have enough education.
Do you go to school?
If you don't go to school, but me, maybe only God.
People say that you are lecturing in the university abroad, but some people say that you don't have primary school certificate, that you don't have secondary school certificate, let alone being a graduate in Nigeria. How come across?
That will be difficult in today's life. But you must have at least enough.
Sir, you yourself, do you attend any primary school or secondary?
I have all my education at home. I learn everything I learn by myself, by people assisting me. So I didn't go to school. I do the correspondence course, and I've been able to do all what I've been doing.
Is it true that you are lecturing in abroad?
So that is wonder of God.
You are lecturing in abroad. Thank you very much.
That is wonder.
Thank you very much.
I did. San Francisco State, all over, I've been doing that.
This is wonderful. I want to appreciate you on behalf of the management of the corporation. We appreciate you, and the director of news and current affairs. We appreciate you, as well as the producer of the program. Oluwatoyin Yusuf is one of your children here. We appreciate you very much. If you are watching us on Newsmaker, you have engaged Baba Chief Ifayemi Elebima, the Arabau of Osogbo land. We appreciate you very much. Once again, I'm Adeleke. Till next week. Bye for now.